Back in my day, it was all about performing well by having cards or maybe a quiz or even quiz on cards. So why not do it then? Okay, take two. 7 ways to actively perform to your best. Although there are many therapies out there, various exercises can actually just be as effective to make you actively perform at your best. Why do we need to have drugs? Why do we need to have all of these different things when we can actually do it? Our free time and our ability that we have naturally will work for us just as well. Because according to a 2017 study, exercise will help you manage stress, with 12% of cases of depression being prevented within the first hour, imagine, of exercising. Now just think about that. I know 12% isn't very high, but within the first hour alone, there's a 12% over 1 in 10 increase in the feelings that are going on well up here. Number 1, running, believe it or not, can be proven to help with anxiety and is much better than sitting and brewing over your problems. And of course, these problems may never actually materialize. So why brew over them in the first place? According to a study in Frontier Psychology journal, running can actually help those that have bipolar disorder, as it eases manic symptoms by providing a calming effect and regulating mental mood. Now, bipolar disorder is as far out there as you're going to get. It's a tricky one. It's beyond this whole depression that a lot of people feel now and then. So running actually helps. And running is the base movement of many other sports too. It's really important if you think about it. Once you get fit enough to run a little bit, you can actually partake in organized sports and receive other psychological and social benefits too, because they're linked: the psychological, the social, and the mental as well. One of these benefits comes from being involved in team sports, like I just said. So the thing is, you don't have to compete at a very large or high level. You can just join a club. And many top class athletes, though, they have started off from humble beginnings, and their performances come from having this impact of the team, the people around them. Selena Gomez puts on her regularity of going on a treadmill and running as being so beneficial to her, because she thinks it relieves her mental stresses as well as physically keeping herself fit. Now, this whole team sport thing involves mixing with others. This is the whole social aspect, and allows us to work towards a bigger and more combined goal. This is why athletes love even journeying back to home where they grew up and just mingling with the guys they hung around with. There's other benefits too, and this will aid your well-being and your performance. So there's an interlinkage there between the well-being and the performance. And there are many out there who don't feel that this mental well-being and health are related to performance, but they're wrong. Two are the one. They're combined. For you can't perform to your highest ability without being mentally healthy in the first place. And there are many out there also who think that performing in professional sports, just even professional management and coaching and just being the top of your game in whatever business you're doing, doesn't involve an ability to be physically active. But in fact it does. If you're physically active, you can give yourself a chance of having regular performances that have mental clarity and maximize what's going on up there. It's feeding into good health, not just mentally but physically as well. And it can also be excellent for different personalities to integrate them within the team. So not just with sports, but with businesses, companies as well. And if you're trying to improve and work together better, what better way to going out there and having fun times and playing as a team and finding out everybody's advantages and disadvantages to that team. Another reason and way that exercise can help is through yoga. Now, yoga unites the brain, body and mind, and it eases stress, relaxes your mind. This is all according to the American Psychological Association. Now, many people think that you must be flexible to do yoga, but this couldn't be further from the truth. After all, there are many different types of yoga as there are sports. I can attest to that because I play a lot of sports and I've done a lot of yoga. I used to have a yoga studio, so I know how people find this flexibility issue a stumbling block. There is a yoga block too. Anyway, most people in the Western world only see the physical type of yoga, this whole physical aesthetic practice, and it's known as Hatha yoga. But there are less active ones too. You can actually just be quite still and get the mental benefits of it as well. Some forms of physical yoga concentrate on the upper body only, whereas others more so on the lower body, and more again on the flow of the body. And then there are some that are more powerful and motivate faster movements as well. There's essentially yoga for everyone, everywhere, and you only have to find out which one suits you best. So, quick Google and you'll find out exactly where they are in your locality. Actor Robert Downey Jr. feels that yoga has helped him rid himself of demons, yes, demons, and his heroin addiction as well. Now imagine, you're cured according to your feelings on a particular exercise of heroin. Fellow actor Mathew McConaughey said of yoga that, quote unquote, it gives me a feeling of flexibility as well as strength, and it adds to the feelings of well-being I get from running and doing crunches and push-ups. So that means you can integrate yoga into your physical practice. Do some running, push-ups, sit-ups, and whatever else. Cycling is another thing. Cycling uses motor skills that help the white matter of the brain. What's the matter? The white matter. Because research has shown that even cycling on a stationary bike helps those with schizophrenia. So we're going towards extreme mental illnesses here in bipolar schizophrenia. And if you can be helped by physically exercising through cycling with schizophrenia, then it can help you in all other ways as well, because your brain is interrelated with other areas so that you can perform better as well. And this in turn can help with mental imagery, as there is a neurological link between this and your motor movement. Now that's pretty cool. Many people prefer to go to the gym and work out, but they don't realize that being in the gymnasium gives them social benefits as well, especially if you attend regular classes and mix with the people that are there, not just the teacher, the tutor or the coach, but also you can actually seek instruction from the people in the gymnasium and suggest classes as well. And then there's people that find it inspirational to exercise in sight of others, believe it or not. Now this is not looking for attention, more so they feel inspired just by strangers being around them. Relationships and friendships can also be made by being in the gym. So it's not just a physical exercise, there's an integration of this social, this mental, and as I said, this neurological impact as well. And all of these relationships can be developed outside of the gym also. In fact, celebrity Khloé Kardashian finds that when things are closing in on her, this is what she said, closing in on her mind, that going to the gym helps her cope as it releases endorphins and it helps her feel good about herself. So what better way of showing that things can work when you ask a Kardashian and they'll tell you. Another one is Tai Chi. Now this is a series of physical and graceful movements that are done in a very slow manner, and they're there to harmonize the body and the mind through the alignment of your breath. Similar to yoga, it's a non-competitive exercise program that involves a dynamic set of movements based on the tradition of this Tai Chi, and it brings a person into a meditative state that unites the body and mind at the same time. These ancient movements can also increase your energy, improve your mood, decrease anxiety and depression, and improve agility, balance, and even your flexibility too. So there, you can go and do your yoga after your Tai Chi. It has also been proven to lower blood pressure, improve well-being, enhance the immune system, and aid with joint pain as well. So after a pandemic, who doesn't need their immune system increased? Then there's Qigong. It's thousands of years old and has over 500,000 Qigong users in the United States alone. And that's growing. In 2011, there was a study done of 100 outpatients who had systolic heart failure. And they had a 3-month exercise program. And it discovered that Qigong actually significantly improved the moods of people with an average age of 67 years old. So there's huge benefits with that too. So all of these things are not just about like pumping the heart cardiovascularly stronger, but actually slowing down and using a movement that will click, 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 not just your body, but parts of your brain as well, to make you feel better, well, and perform to your best too. So who needs quizzes when you can just follow that video? Hope you can subscribe and I'll provide more. Thank you.